Prehistory and Ancient Times. Prehistory and Ancient Times. Humans in prehistoric times, before writing, lived as nomadic groups, moving to find food. Later, farming allowed civilizations, advanced societies, to grow in places like Mesopotamia and Egypt. Through archaeology, we discover their tools, art, and cities. Many rulers came from powerful dynasties, families that ruled for generations. Nomadic, moving from place to place without permanent settlement. Dynasty, a family of rulers over generations. Archaeology, study of human history through digging and remains. Myth, a traditional story about gods or heroes. Mythology, a collection of old stories, myths that explain the beliefs, gods, heroes, and traditions of a culture. Stories of Zeus, Athena, and other gods. Pharaoh, pyramid, mummy, hieroglyph. Chronicle, a detailed written account of events, later in early writing. Chronology, the order in which events happened. Craftsmanship, skill in making tools or art from stone, bone, or clay. Cultivation, growing plants for food. Start of farming. Neolithic Revolution. The discovery of fire marked a monumental step, offering warmth, protection, and the ability to cook food. Later, the domestication of plants and animals led to the cultivation of crops and the first permanent settlements. This transformation, known as the Neolithic Revolution, allowed humans to shift from nomadic life to organized farming communities. Classical and medieval history. Large empires like Rome, Persia, and China expanded through conquest. People studied philosophy, asking big questions about life and politics. In Europe, the Middle Ages were shaped by feudalism, where peasants worked for nobles. The Crusades, a series of religious wars, connected Europe and the Middle East and changed cultures on both sides. Crusades, a series of religious wars in the Middle Ages between Christians and Muslims, mainly for control of holy lands. Feudalism, a medieval system where nobles owned land and peasants worked for them. Nobles, peasants.
Monuments, dome, facade, vault. Pediment, capital, column, portico. Vikings, monks, nuns, crusaders, samurai, nobles, lords, peasants and serfs, kings and queens. Byzantine Empire, Song Dynasty, Ottoman Empire, Mongol Empire, Holy Roman Empire. Black Death, plague. The Black Death was a deadly plague that spread from Asia to Europe through trade routes. It was carried by fleas on rats and killed about 1/3 of Europe's population. Villages were abandoned, workers became fewer, and feudalism weakened. The church lost influence, and people began questioning old beliefs, paving the way for the Renaissance. Fire was a pivotal discovery that changed human survival. Nomadic tribes formed the foundation of later civilizations. Alexander the Great achieved unprecedented conquests across Asia. The Roman Empire built monumental roads and aqueducts. Julius Caesar's rise to power caused a tumultuous civil war. Philosophy in Athens produced profound ideas about ethics and reason. Feudalism created a hierarchical society of lords and peasants. The Crusades were devastating wars between Christians and Muslims. The Black Death had a catastrophic effect on Europe's population. Gothic cathedrals are magnificent examples of medieval architecture. Pivotal, very important, central to success. Unprecedented, never happened before. Aqueducts, special structures built in ancient Rome to carry water from rivers or springs into cities. Tumultuous, full of conflict, noise, or disorder. Profound, deep and important. Devastating, causing great damage or sadness.